The views, opinions, and comments shared in this video podcast do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions by this broadcast. We don't promote or encourage any illegal activities. All content provided by this channel are meant for educational purposes only.
A pleasant morning, viewers, and welcome to the Michael Morgan Show. Today we have a disaster that we would like to share with the public. That is a fire that CPOS had experienced on Tuesday, the 5th of March. Now, we are a bit taken aback based on the city corporation refusing to assist an NGO that have been doing work in the community. Right? Now, it is heart-rendering. Our members went and spoke to the corporation. We signed up papers. For whatever reason, they refused to clean up the rubble. I guess some of them saying that we ought was to put it in the road and then the truck could move it. But if it is on the pavement or adjacent to the pavement, there seem to be some situation where they will like to spite or victimize the organization. And that is my point of view, as well as the organization and the community point of view. Because we made appeal to the MP as well. We went to the MP office and we complained, right? We get no assistance. Nobody came to visit the fire victims, to understand, to plead with, to have some sympathy with them, right? But when there is fire and when there is disaster in other areas, we are getting this kind of a response from the MP, right? And the councillors. We are pleading to the Prime Minister to please talk to his ministers to change that scenario around. All right? We would like to get the same attention that other communities does be getting when there is disaster, when bullets blowing out people's head, right? We're not even getting the MP to come and show a little sympathy. Perhaps they're saying we deserve it. Perhaps they're saying we're cockroach. All right? So my appeal today is basically to ask the influenced people in the community, in the society, to please lend a hand with our plight. All right? So that is my appeal. Now, we have with us here a member of the organization who would state her predicament. She was staying with the organization. We have a shelter here. We will offer certain accommodation to various members of our organization and so on, and the community. And we have found ourselves having the situation where we need the support of the fire station. Up to now, we haven't gotten any letter of relief. There's a slow process, but we're not blaming the fire station. We're not blaming the ministry, because at our meeting at the ministry, we get a reception that I was a bit surprised about. We get a sort of helpful. They're willing to assist. Okay? So I have nothing negative to say about the ministry. But the question of the corporation, our MP, our councillors, there is a need to fill in our community. And they need to give better representation than that. I am appealing to the MP Scotland, Mr. Skeet Scotland, to please answer his phone when I ring him. All right? We're ignoring all appeal that we're making towards assistance. And then he will have some backup statement to say that Morgan is a bad fella, he from UNC, and he's our opposition. But I'm a citizen of this country. So please help the citizen in our community, please. There are several people here still because they wasn't fortunate to go by the in-laws. However, the situation is bleak, and we are appealing to the corporate sponsors to please help we need assistance with a Delco or a solar panel, so that we could operate in a little level of decency, because there's no light, all right, and a lot of amenities is suffering as a result of not being able to use our facilities as such. So we are making a special appeal to the corporation once more to please clean up the rubble that was caused by the fire. I'd like to make a particular mention of the East Port of Spain company. They are showing their very best to assist, but there is an issue in terms of our political directorate, who might be wanting to put a fly in the ointment. So I'm particularly concerned about that campaign where they tell themselves if someone is an opposition, he have nothing to get as a citizen. And that is the plight I like the Prime Minister to look into. If everybody is not a citizen of this country, because they have Mr. Morkandong, a respectable organization that has been in existence for the last 50 years. For the last 45 to 50 years, we are in existence, doing work, working with the community. Where is not Best Village? And we talk about Best Village, we are still entering the Best Village. Right? We will just do our practice in the day, and we are hoping that we could get some sponsors to assist us with our plight. We have with us Ms. Kathleen, who is a resident of the facility, and we would like her to say a few words as to how the fire has affected her.
Suppose here would like to really have some form of lighting. We have no form of lights. We need some generator or something. We need some food. We need some clothing.
All right. So the question of anybody would have assisted in terms of mattress, in terms of clothing. The police station, they did they did an investigation. Kathleen, you want to emphasize more on what sort of support, if you went and get any letter, and how that is going?
I really didn't went and get the letter yet. I was supposed to go today to get it.
All right, so you're supposed to get a letter.
Yeah.
And anybody in the corporation help with any mattress to your knowing?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so the corporation did give out some mattress.
Yes.
And we are grateful for that. A particular department in the corporation, I like to say kudos to them. All right. So basically, we are getting some support. We are getting some support from East Port of Spain with the question of doing some rebuilding. So kudos to them as well. All right. And we hope that some measure of care will take place with the MP to at least come and say, well, you know, the whole question of how we feeling, what help they could render, we are not getting that. It's like if we is really cockroach, and if you treat people like cockroach, I don't think we could vote for people who treating me like cockroach and dog. So take that, Mr. Councillor and MP. It might sound better, it might sound negative, but that is the reality, because I ring you, I text you, and I tell you, even self, we speak something good about the community. In terms when Ian Allen came and gave an interview, we said everything positive to the ministry. We also say that the MP will soon enough come show some concern. Up to now, today is the what? The 15th. We haven't heard from the MP. We haven't got any representation from the MP. We even had a press conference yesterday where we invited representation from the MP, and it's a no-show. I cannot see how they expect people vote in the near future, and they're treating people like dirt and like cockroach. So viewers, bear in mind that we are suffering from a fire and we need as much support as possible. If the case might be where you all could give a donation. We'll be thankful for that, because we need to have certain amenities corrected and things like that. So thanks again, and see you all next week.